Hello everyone, and today we are back for another Loomian Legacy PvP video. And in this video, we're going to be showcasing the Funny Squid guy yet again, aka the Banned Squid. You're not allowed to use this Loomian in Rank Season 3, and there are a lot of reasons why. But I'm going to be running the pure Nimble Cephalops that I have always been running, and I have the Rageful plushie as my item. And I know what people were thinking, why am I running Rageful plushie instead of Specialty Goggles? Well, that's because Cephalops has a brand new move, Parasitize. It lost Frostbeam and now has Parasitize, meaning that this Loomian can hit Lashent for quad effective damage. The sad part is it doesn't even O-coat Lashent because Lashent is stupid, but we don't talk about that. The moves are Soul Drain, Tsunami, Parasitize, and I have Icicle Traps. Icicle Traps is my fourth move, so I can hit the bug types coming in with Icicle Traps. So they take a fourth of their health while I click Tsunami and hit them for neutral damage. TPs, 200 in the range attack, 200 in the speed. With the 44 melee defense and 8 range defense, it makes it so my range defense is still higher than my melee defense. Reason why I didn't put it into the HP is because Cephalops has a very high HP stat. So a lower HP stat makes it so you can actually heal more from moves like Soul Drain and Parasitize. Also, increasing it into the defense makes it so Cephalops can soak hits a lot better. And then the 40 into the melee attack is just leftovers. Team I have around Cephalops is, I have Ear Snack, Baffle Snack, what else do you really expect? I got Tyrex with Milkshake and Teardown. I got Zulong, who has Ancient Roar to pivot out. I got Specialty Boots, Cosmere Unleash, so this thing is a lot faster compared to other Cosmere Unleashes. I got Wildfire Landtorch just for the Dragodyne matchup, and I got Soulburst Gaststroke, who has Briar Block. So, out of the way, let's see how the Funny Squid guy does in battle. Alright, we're into battle number 1 with the Funny Squid, and this is a very interesting matchup. The big thing I gotta watch out for is Wobelisk. Wobelisk is very bad versus my team, and I gotta be very careful. Because, yeah, it can actually hit all my Loomians very hard. I do need to bring Wildfire Landtorch, because it actually does look really good in this matchup. There is a Borok, which that is not ideal, actually. Well, Cephalops could live a hit from Borok. It's not necessarily ideal. And Parasitize looks horrible in this matchup, although Soul Drain, on the other hand, does it. So that's great. Do I bring Gaststroke for the Ronsador, or do I just bring Your Snack and hope this guy outspeeds and just use a lot of damage? I'm kind of not sure what to do here. If I lead off of you, I just don't know what he's going to lead with. I don't know if he's going to lead with that. I don't know if he's going to lead with that. I think if I lead with you, you're the best lead because I can go for Vice Shells, but if I don't lead with you, he's going to get Borok online. Is he going to lead Borok? Is he going to lead Zulong? I think Your Snack is the safest lead. I think Your Snack is the safest lead I can make. I just don't know if he's going to lead with Gandervales. He could even be the Seer Knight lead, too. The Seer Knight lead is possible as well. Okay, he did lead with the Gandervale lead, meaning, is he going to place hazards early? He can't Redemptive Strike me, so that's good. I'm just going to go for a Slapdown and deal some damage early. If he switches to anything, they lose their item. If he stays in and places barbs, his Gandervale loses item, and then I can baffle out into something like a Your Snack. Although, Gandervale does have the Brawler type attack, so it's not necessarily ideal. So, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. The biggest thing is going to be the Wobelisk. If he has it, of course. It looks like to be a different Gandervale set from the ones I typically battle. So it is a Screens variant, which is something I did not expect. This looks like to be a defensive Gandervale. Doesn't matter, I'm just go for the Baffle here and see what you do. You go for the Slapdown to get rid of an item, which does nothing to Your Snack. It stole my Health Amulet, meaning that it now has a Health Amulet. Okay, not great. Do I have any hard-hitting melee attackers? Yes, I do. I have a Cosmere Unleash that can click the Funny Judgment. And I'm going to click Judgment because that is the super effective move, so yeah. Slapdown actually really hurt me there. It's fine though, because I can go for a... I have a couple plays I can make here. I think I'm just going to go for an Outburst and do as much damage as I can. I can't have Cosmere be slapped down though, because I need this for Ronsador to outspeed. Well, I do have Cephalops. I don't think Cephalops can live a hit. I do have a couple fast things, but it's not necessarily ideal. So, this is a big turn. He stayed and he's living, isn't he? No, he doesn't, because it's Cosmere Unleashed. Oh my god, this thing hits hard. Keep in mind, this is not even gloves, this is boots. So, yeah. That is insane. I needed to bring in a melee attacker though, because you know, Far Enchantment was up. The good thing is, even though I lost my item, it's not the end of the world. And I do actually outspeed the Zulong. The thing is, will it also be a specialty boot Zulong? That's the thing I don't know about. And that's something I don't want to know, if it is specialty boots or not. Because I still need Cosmere. I could just go for the KO, but I would rather just go into Tyrex. I would rather just go Tyrex. I think Tyrex is the best play to make here. Thing is, if I take too much on this will not be ideal. He does go for the Ancient Roar to pivot. I wonder who will pivot into. He doesn't have a Gandervale to switch into Earthquake anymore. But he has a Borok that could switch in. And my Yursnak has no item. I could even go Cephalops if I want to, but I don't want to do that. He's just going to go Borok. Yep, Borok's the best play you can make. Because Borok hits extremely hard. I could go into the Yursnak, Soak 1, Baffle out, and then I see what I do from there. I don't know, should I slap down Borok? And let Borok go down? I kind of don't want Yursnak to go down. And while it does keep the Borok at full health, I think it would just be better to just go for an attack. Oh my god, yep, well, Baffle's the best play to... Do I Baffle? I think I just slap down here. Since I went for the Rogue, I think I just go for slap down and get rid of an item. And if he is specialty boots or gloves, he is stuck into a move. So I am willing to do this. And then if he goes Cram Boss, I Baffle out as it battle chimes into the funny guy, aka the funny Land Torch guy. So I think we're in a pretty good position here. If he goes into something like Zulong, I can Baffle out. I can go into Cephalops and do some good work. He goes into Wobulus. Good. He went into Wobulus as I slap down. So no health amulet for you. No health amulet for you. Is it going to go for hazards? I think I'm just going to go... Do I go straight Tyrex? I want to see what move you click first. I'm just going to Pep Jab first. Goes for Barbs just to get some immediate damage right off the bat. But I have Pep Jab, meaning that does a lot of damage. The reason why I have Pep Jab on Yursnak is so I can actually deal actual damage to it. It's actually ideal for Yursnak to actually deal damage. And Pep Jab just gives me power that Rough Up or Heartbreak just simply doesn't get me. And Luster's not going to do too much. The problem is, it's going to heal Wobulus to the point where it can live the next hit. But it is in Shadow Sprint range, meaning I'm not in a terrible match. I can either... Do I just pivot out and play it safe? Or do I just... I don't know. I think I just Shadow Sprint and KO it. I think I just KO it. Yep. There goes the Wobulus. If he goes into Borok... I don't know. If he goes Zulong, I'm not in a terrible situation. He did go Borok. Okay, good. He went Borok. I can Baffle. I can Baffle to get it back to neutral, which is good. And he will not Oko me in this hit. Because I still have a pretty high health stat. And my Yursnak can be used as fodder later in the game. This can 100% get my Cephalops into the game. Yep, Yursnak comes in. There is that. And we can now go into the Funny Squid guy. The Funny Squid guy can finally come in. Now I have one of two options. Now that he's down to neutral, his Borok is not going to be able to deal as much damage. I'm just going to go for a Soul Drain and just try to get as much HP back as I can. I think I could outspeed Borok. It depends if it's boots or gloves. Yeah, if it's... I don't know. So no, he just switched into Zulong. Zulong comes in. I go for Soul Drain. That does half its health because this is a Funny Squid. Yeah, Funny Squid guy tends to do that to people. I'll go for the... I could sack the Yursnak here. I could sack Yursnak, but I think it's best to just go Tyrex. Go Tyrex. I could tear down. I don't know. I could tear down. Tear down could be an option. He made the right play there. That was good. He Ancient Roared. He Ancient Roared out. But if he goes into Borok, I just sack Yursnak. And then I go back Cephalops, and then, yeah. But now his Borok is at +1 is the problem. His Borok, though, is now at +1, meaning that I'm not in the best position. But I do have to sack Yursnak. And I will go into the Funny Squid, because that is kind of a forced play. Unfortunately, it is kind of a forced play, and I believe the Borok would outspeed me. And I don't think Tsunami Oko's Borok, because Tsunami is not boosted by any moves. So that's not great. So that is not great. But I think Cephalops has the bulk to live a +1 Earthquake. At least I hope it can. It's not going to be ideal, but it kind of needs to if I want to win this game. Because, yeah, that Zulong is actually looking kind of dangerous later. So, this is going to be a tough endgame. If he switches, he's in trouble. He does switch. Okay, good. So, Borak is off the field. Oh, that was a terrible play. Terrible play. Went into Seer Knight. I just go for another Tsunami. I'm nimble. Is he a nimble? He's not. So, bye-bye Seer Knight. Seer Knight is off the field. And, yeah, we have a Lantorch and a Cosmere to outspeed everything. And if you go Zulong, if I live Thunderstrike, then I'm good. If not, I think I just Tsunami again. Tsunami's the best play, because if I go for the Tsunami, if he Ancient Roars, I could hit the Borak coming in. Nope, he just Thunderstrike. I think that is adios for Cephalops. Never mind. Cephalops lives the hit. And say goodbye to the Zulong. I could have Soul Drained, but it really doesn't matter here. That really doesn't matter if I Soul Drained, because Borak would have just came in and potentially outspeeded me and potentially OHKO'd me on the spot. So I do get the Rageful Plushie off. I'll go for Para just for the sake of it. It doesn't really matter. I have 2 things to hit it, and he'll be out of energy for Tyrex eventually anyway as well. So I'll go for Para here. I assume the Borak... Oh, I actually did outspeed the Borak. I could have actually just OHKO'd it. I just wanted to use the funny move. Hey, I used the funny move. I'll take it. I used the funny move. So I actually do outspeed. That must be a very slow Borak then. I could have won the game there, but you know what? I wanted to use the funny move. And now I get to use the funny Cosmere again, which honestly, using the funny Cosmere is more fun. So let's go into you, and we'll go for the funny outburst, and that will be a GG's because... yeah, Cosmere Unleashed is pretty powerful. Not to mention that Cephalops is also as well. Let's head into the next battle. Battle number 2 with Cephalops, and let's see what you have. Yeah, we are doing casual battles, and the reason why we are doing casual battles is because we kind of have to. We're not allowed to use Cephalops in competitive play. And, yeah, so I'm probably going to have to face Novidius. Also, that guy is not ideal either, although I could place Icicle Trap, so... do I just lead with Cephalops and just try to do damage early? That's not a bad idea, honestly. He has an Infernix, too. I could bring... Lantorch does a lot of damage to all of these. If I can get... no, I want to bring Yo, because... yeah, you could probably hit the Nova. I could go for the Tyrex. I'm just scared of the Nova. Nova hits so hard. Even with this guy, Novidius is still very good. Zulong outspeeds Zip-Zap. And Zip-Zaps are free. I might just lead with it, actually. I might just lead with it. Lead with it, and then have Tyrex in the back ready. Leaving your snack behind is not really ideal. Oh, I kind of need your snack. Because he has a Dakuda. Can I find a way to live Dakuda hits? I think I can. No, I need your snack. I need your snack. I gotta leave Tyrex in the back. That sucks, but I gotta leave Tyrex in the back. If I don't leave Tyrex, the other guy just owns me. He leads with Plasma. So what move are you gonna click on this? I don't know. I think I just go for a Zip-Zap just to get a little damage off early. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. I now go into your snack. The reason why I'm going your snack is I don't want to get trapped by Pestilence. I just don't want to get trapped by Pestilence, so I think it's the ideal play. He just went for Energy Surge straight up. Okay, that's fine. I could take that. And he is a Health Amulet on Plasma, meaning I should just get rid of his item. Let's just get rid of his item. Why not? Get rid of his item. If he goes for the Energy Surge play again, yeah, he's in trouble. If he goes for a switch, they lose their item too. So, Slapdown is just a good play here, and I could switch your snack out if I have to. Yep, he just switched into, is it Nova? Infernix. Raging Flame would kind of suck, but it's not the end of the world. That does do a lot of damage, and there's now no more Kabunga Coffee. So that's probably a Phoenix Flame variant. A Phoenix Flame variant on Infernix. I'll go for the Baffle, as he Dracos. I hope this doesn't OHKO. It shouldn't. Oh no, I don't have Tank. Okay, wasn't really thinking in the moment, but that's okay. I could go for Icicle Traps for free. So yeah, he's at -3 now, meaning I could go for Cephalops for free, and I could go for Icicle Traps. I could go for Icicle Traps here, which is nice. Icicle Traps is a free play. Even if he goes into Nova, Icicle Traps is a free play, because Plasmoth takes damage from Tsunami, could even potentially give me a Rageful plushie, which is game-losing. Goes into Tyrannics. And he does set up the Fog. So the Fog does come up. I don't know who outspeeds who in this. I assume I would outspeed his Tyrannics. I don't necessarily have a switch in either. I think I just Soul Drain. I just hope he doesn't go for Flash and Flay. I just Soul Drain and do some damage, which that's still a decent chunk. He tried to predict something. Interesting. Try to predict something. Does no damage. I'll go for Para this time. I don't know what does more. Does Para do more, or does Dark Search do more? Let's see. Which one does actually more? Okay, I think Soul Drain does a tiny bit more. If he gives me Rageful plushie, he's screwed. Okay, he's screwed. He gave me Rageful plushie. And that did nothing either. He's gonna get a lot of HP, though. So I get Rageful plushie activated. Meaning, yeah, he's in trouble. Yeah, I don't think I catch an Oko, though, because this is a Tyrannics, and Tyrannics is pretty good at video games, but Soul Drain is still the best play to make. And now, Plasmoth can't switch, so that's going to do a lot of damage, almost catching the Oko, not quite. Goes for Charade to lower my range defense, meaning might be in range now for a Plasmoth. I'll go for another Soul Drain just to keep my health up. Just try to stay healthy. And yeah, bye-bye Tyrannics. Yeah, -2 range defense really does suck, especially if he has Nova in the back. Go Nova now and die to it, please. Nope, he just goes Infernix. Get rid of some of the Icicle Traps. And yeah, I live a hit from Infernix, so yeah. Bye-bye just Oko. Not quite. Not quite an Oko. Just not quite the Oko. I'll switch again. Yeah, I'll just switch here. I'll save you and try to get my energy back. I'll go Land Torch straight up. He survived the Cephalops, but he is so chipped and so low that he's really not in a good position anymore. And now he's at -2 with Infernix, so I'm going to go for a... do I go for a Flare or do I go for a Spectral Burst? I think I just go for the Fire Breath in case he switches out. If he switches into Plasmoth, I think that's the best play, because Flare, if it switches, I will be counted as going last, so I won't get the buff. And the Paralyze, if he goes Plasmoth, does not matter. He goes Nova, so the traps are completely gone. So there's Nova, the Banned Loomian. So Banned Loomians versus Banned Loomians. Despite Nova Diaz being a Banned Loomian, he can't beat Lantort, so bye Nova. Yeah, Cephalops chipping the Tyrannics and Infernix is setting me up very well. Despite the Icicle Traps being gone, I'm set up pretty well now. Forced to go Dakuda, which I don't have a great matchup into, actually. Burn would be nice, but I don't get a burn. Instead, I gotta go Yershnak. I do have Cosmere. Cosmere can win me late game. Are you a Soul Burst Dakuda? I have a feeling he's Soul Burst Dakuda, by the way his team is structured. Yeah, his team, I don't know, it just felt like a Soul Burst Dakuda team. So, yeah. Soul Burst Dakuda is actually gonna be kind of tough to beat. Gonna be kind of a tough Loomian to beat. He's probably gonna go for the Tsunami. I hope I can live a hit with Yershnak, because if I do, I can go for Shadow Sprint, and then go for the Cosmere, and I think Cosmere wins the game. I think Cosmere just wins. Okay, your Torrential Slash, so that's going to do nothing at all. Go for the Shadow Sprint to deal a little bit of damage, because, yeah, I kind of want to do a little bit of damage. Yeah, so he's Torrential Slash, Soul Burst. So get a little damage off as it Gamma Pulses. And, yeah. I definitely don't live a Electro Blast, so I just go into Cosmere. I just don't think about it at all. Go into you and do 700,000 damage to everything. Yeah, good luck against this guy. He has... I'm actually losing right now, but hey. Everything is chipped for this, so bye-bye. I think this might be a 5-0 if Cosmere, depending on what happens. This could be a 5-0 if Cosmere, or a 4-0, because I technically did lose a Loomian. He switched into Tyrannics, which... Nope, Plasmoth's dead. Bye-bye. Bye, Plasmoth. Bye, Plasmoth. Bye-bye. Besides some specialty boots, I outspeed everything, and I'm nimble, so I outspeed Boots, Nimble, Helvantic, and Boots, Nimble, other stuff as well. Which is just perfect. Tyrannics just gets destroyed. I do gotta watch out, because eventually Outburst will not be online. But I just keep outbursting for now. I don't think about it. I just keep outbursting and just keep doing damage. Yeah. Cosmere Unleashed. I wish this was a Cosmere Unleashed video. I already did that video because this thing just hits so hard. Nova comes in. Well, you're not living this, so outburst again. Just keep on outbursting. Outburst again. It actually lived. Well, darn, that sucks. And I'm dead to that. Crit. Wow, I guess I deserve that. I should have saved Cosmere. Yeah, that's what happens when you use outburst. Oh, no biggie. I can go into Cephalops. Yeah, oh yeah, this is not great, actually. Yeah, how do I beat Dakuda now? Oh, wait, I can't. I can't really beat Dakuda. I don't know what his last one is, either. I just E-burst, 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 then. So yeah, E-burst, E-burst, E-burst. In hope I can get the Dakuda down. Hopefully this is not... Okay, it's not a Boots Nova, because I outspeed the other guy. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, Zulong, let's do this. If this is a Boots Nova that's not nimble, that would be so frustrating, but it's not. Good. So Nova's dead, and I have an E-burst ready for the Dakuda. Which I need to hit Dakuda, because Dakuda can nuke me otherwise. Because otherwise, Dakuda might just flat out nuke me. So, I needed this. I needed to go for E-burst there, to make sure I could hit the Dakuda. But yes, I got it easily in range. Gamble, I might live. I don't think I do, though. Oh, wow, I lived that really easily. Yeah, I lived that kind of very easily. Wow. I'll go for an E-burst again. And if his last Loomian I have a good matchup into, I'll go into Cephalops and get the final KO. Not the best battle for Cephalops, but I was able to chip a lot of the guys low, which was nice. And I have 2 fast things and 1 bulky thing, so I feel pretty good about this battle. So there goes Dakuda. And who's his last thing? Critical hit completely did not matter there. What is his last thing? I assume his last thing is... Oh yeah, it's the Infernix at no HP. So I just go into Cephalops. I just go Cephalops. I could win, but I want to go Cephalops because that's more fun. I want to go Cephalops because I want to get the KO with you. He could Phoenix Lane, but I could also Soul Drain on it. So no big deal. And I got energy back too. So yeah, now he just physically can't deal any damage. And yeah, Cephalops comes in for the cleanup crew. Soul Drain, Soul Drain. Yeah, 2 Soul Drains will KO this thing. Goes for the Phoenix Flame to get back to full health as anticipated, but he has no more of the other moves. Oh, his stat drops returned. Okay, I didn't think that would work for... I actually did not think that would work for Draco Beam. I did not think it would. But yeah, he is not in good spot. Thing that's good is that he is forced to wait or rest. Yeah, he just goes down next to Tat. If he goes for Phoenix Flame, I just go for rest. Get all my energy back. I don't care if I take the slow route to the finish line. I'm doing this. He just went for Fire Breath altogether. Did not Oko. Soul Drain twice. And that is game over. Cephalops does finish the game with the KO after all. So that is a GG's. Let's head into battle number 3 with Cephalops. And hopefully I can actually find a Lashent to use Parasitize on. But let's head into the next battle. Battle number 3 with the Funny Squid. Please have a Lashent. There are no Lashents. Every time I have something that has a bug or fire-type coverage move, I never get that Loomian. And Parasitize looks horrible in this, too. But that doesn't mean it's a bad battle for Cephalops. I mean, hit. I could even hit you because you're neutral. But I gotta get Icicle Traps up if I want to get through Violana. Violana could be scary, but I do have you. You hit very hard. But I gotta watch out for that guy. Oh, and that guy, too. See, I gotta bring you specifically for that, Circling. Bring you, because Zip Zap is free, and I can outspeed that. And I'll bring you to soak any Ronstador hits. So I'm going to be leaving Wildfire Lanttorch behind. That might be a big mistake. We'll see. I think we just lead off of Zulong and see if we get some momentum off early. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I'm not too worried about the Zulong because I have a Zulong, I have a Ursnack that can live one super effective elemental burst if need be, and I have a Tyrex who could maybe live a Fire Breath. I don't think it could, but I could try. And a Cephalops could live one Thunderstrike while potentially also activating Rageful Plushie. So, I got a lot of plans. He leads Crack, which is perfect. Him leading Crackalola is perfect because I could just go for E-Burst immediately, honestly. I could momentum out, but I think I just E-Burst. Because if he Soul Burst, I hit it for super effective damage. Yes, I hit it for super effective damage. It will not OHKO the Crackalola, but it will do a lot of damage to it. It will get it down to the yellow. So yeah, no more Scorching Skin either. So meaning my melee attackers are no longer stuck in jail, which is awesome. So that's great. I'm not stuck in jail. But yeah, that's not going to OHKO Crackalola even with goggles. It's because this is a Soul Burst Crackalola, and it lives pretty much anything you throw at it. So yeah. Never mind, I get a critical hit. That's not something you see every day. You never see a Soul Burst Crackalola die in one hit. Hey, I will happily take that. Goes into Zulong. Ooh, good Fire Breath predict. Ooh, yeah, Fire Breath's not good, actually. Yeah, not great. Do I go for the Speed Tie? No, I gotta keep you. Ooh, no, yeah. If I keep Zulong, I can always outspeed Ronsador. He goes for E-Burst, which cannot tell what it is. Frostbite's unfortunate. So he is an Awakening Zulong. Good to know, he is Awakening. I'll go for a Earthquake. See what you have. So if you're... Yep, he is a Specs item. Good, he's Specs. And Violana takes a lot of damage from Earthquake. Okay, actually, no, that would take nothing, actually. Violana's actually going to be a little scary. I gotta be kind of careful of this guy. I'll go for a Vice Jaws this time before it does any setup. I could even go for a Teardown for damage. Oh yeah, that's a 2-hit KO. Landslide. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that move. At least I got a Milkshake, so I do get that up. And yeah, he is forced to switch. I just Vice Jaws again. Yeah, that was a mistake there, Violana. And yeah, now you're in range for the other guy. Luminami also takes a little bit of damage, too. Perfect. Luminami takes a little bit of damage, and I can keep Tyrex alive. I did not bring Gastrope, though, so... I think I am forced to go Ursnack. Unfortunately, I think Ursnack is a forced play, but I'm going to take a Flash and Flea in the face, and if not a Flash and Flea, I'll take something else. So yeah, we'll go Ursnack here. Ursnack is in. Ursnack is indeed in. Wave Wrecker, nuts! So he's going to go for Flash and Flee, as I go for Baffle on anything else and potentially get Cephalops on the field for free. No, he went for Gamma Pulse, even better. That's even better, actually, because since he did that, I can again go for Baffle, and I can just go for the funny move on Cephalops and do a lot of damage. The Cephalops is basically free here, nothing can switch in. Not even Zulong can switch in, Luminami can't live this. Unless it's Restrictive Shield. I mean, it may be, because I don't have goggles anymore. So it might actually be able to live a Soul Drain. But I don't think it wants to live a Soul Drain. If it outspeeds, I get Rageful Plushie activated, and I outspeed. Nope, he switches into Zulong. Which takes a whole lot of damage. Don't want to stay in. I want to save Cephalops for later. I'll go for Tyrex, because if it goes for Thunderstrike, he makes a Cell. That will be a Cell. No! We made a nice play there. Okay, good play. So you pivot out of the Tyrex. So the Zulong stays alive. That was a nice Ancient Roar read. Goes into Ronsador. Which Ronsador... Could Ronsador ever pick up an OHKO? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the line. He does go for... Okay, yeah, he will with that. Yep. He will with the Spectral Burst. Now I go into... I'll go into Cosmere and just claim a body. I just claim something here. If he goes Loomy... Loomy's kind of tough, actually. I gotta be careful. And yeah, Judgment's the safest play here. If I go for Judgment, I'll hit Luminami for neutral damage. Oh no, he's a light type. Oh, never mind. He just went Violana. Well, bye-bye, Violana. Oh no, it looked really well, actually. It will KO, right? It will KO. I'm not worried. It's a Cosmere. Yep, Cosmere. Woo! Violana's dead. Violana's dead. Woo! If he goes Loomy, Loomy's still going to be kind of tough, actually. Bronzador comes back in as I click Judgment. He doesn't think I'm not Boots. Well, bye-bye, Ronsador. Bye-bye, Ronsador. And then he goes Loomy here. He goes Loomy here. Yeah, that's a smart play. Going Loomy there is smart. I go into your snack. I go your snack here because it's a force play. Yeah, I go your snack here. Yep, your snack's a force play here. And Flash and Flee into Zulong. Okay, yeah, that's not great. Not ideal. Not an ideal situation. But if he does go for an E-Burst, I can go into Cephalops for free. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm in position to win this. So I go for a Baffle here. If he goes for E-Burst, he KOs your snack. If he goes for E-Burst, he KOs your snack. If he's stuck into a move, he won't hit me for super effective damage, and then I go into Cephalops and clean up the game. Or, if he isn't stuck, I live the Thunder Strike. So, I'm in the best position I could ever be anyway. So yeah, this is perfect. I don't think he can win this game unless Luminami can lift 2 hits. Luminami's going to have to lift 2 hits if it wants to win. Uh-oh. It did live. I'll go... Yeah, I'll just Soul Drain again. Just keep clicking. I do outspeed. Okay, yeah. Okay, we got this in the bag then. We got this in the bag then because he's forced to E-Burst. He's forced to E-Burst, but if he Thunder Strikes, I have a Zulong in the back. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Goes for Thunder Strike. If I live this, I win. And I do! Cephalops. Cepha-freaking-Lops. You are very good at video games. You are very good at video games. You are still an absolute busted Loomian. And yeah, that was a very easy showcase video. Yeah, I could see why Cephalops is banned in Season 3. The thing that's funny is I clicked Parasitize twice. So I didn't even get to use it that much. But hey, you can hit Lashent for quad effective damage. And life is good when you can hit Lashent. It's just unfortunate that I found 0 Lashents today. And watch, I bet you, when I have nothing for Lashent, that's when Lashent shows up. Like, it's just kind of how it works. But hey, the Funny Squid guy is still very powerful. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!